What's going down, guys? How you doing? TK Pryor coming at you. Been away for a minute because I've been under the weather. Just getting over a cold as usual, but feeling a little bit better, so I thought I'd come back at you guys with the opportunity to invest in gold, silver, and cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not talking to the people on the bottom of the barrel because those people don't understand anything. But I am talking to the people who have a little bit of something and are not considered low class. If you're still middle class or you're still upper middle class and you haven't been pushed all the way down to poor class, then those are the only people that I'm talking to in terms of why is it people are not interested in investing in gold, silver, and cryptocurrency. Now, you could say you don't know what cryptocurrency is, and that's the reason why you don't invest. But you should know what gold is, and you should know what silver is. So, why is it that people don't spend their money on tangible assets and digital assets? We live in a world where the paper dollar loses value every single day. And whether you're smart enough to acknowledge that, or whether you just feel the effects of inflation, the fact is that $100 today will not be worth the same thing tomorrow. So every day paper money loses value because of the government policy associated with deflation. And that's just a fact, whether people are smart enough to acknowledge it or not. We have people in charge that devalue the dollar every single day. You have quantitative easing that helps with devaluation. You have external factors like the countries that refuse to do international trade. You have the banks that refuse to trade in dollars. Then you have the biggest purchaser of U.S. Treasury bills is the U.S. Treasury. And the previous purchasers of U.S. Treasuries like Japan and China are starting to sell off their assets, including Dubai. So there are a lot of factors that prove the dollar is a devaluating negative asset. It's a liability at this point. And people still invest in the stock market like if it's a good idea. People still put money into paper like if high frequency trading is not the majority item in trading. I mean, there's a computer that basically trades before you even think about participating in the market as an individual. So, in other words, the paradigm has shifted with the economic world, but the people refuse to accept the paradigm shift. In spite of the fact that there are a lot of market factors and indicators that show the paradigm has shifted. So it's kind of one of those things, I think, where people have to hit their head up against the curve, become Greece, Zimbabwe, Chile, Argentina, before they wake up and realize, oh shit, I need to diversify outside of the dollar. So over the past going on 2 years now, I've been talking about diversification. I've been talking about the reason why you should own gold and silver, why you should have both of those on auto ship. Companies that can give you auto ship from both gold and silver every single month so that you can basically charge it to your credit card and forget it, but yet you're accumulating assets. I've been talking to you about cryptocurrency and why you should get involved in Bitcoin and how the equity in Bitcoin accumulates in your wallet and not in some bank, not in some third-party validation service. So everything is empowering you, and it gives you financial insurance that allows you to recreate your destiny instead of leaving your hands leaving your destiny in the hands of the government. I think people have become used to welfare. In other words, They like to be taken care of. They don't want responsibility for their own life and their own future. Excuse me. Everybody looks for a check, whether it be a retirement check, a disability check, some sort of check is what everybody looks for, instead of looking for a financial outlet or looking for a way to create a check for yourself. I much rather create my own check through investments, through business, through tangible assets that I own, through dividend returns. See, that's a more secure financial future, and that at least puts my life in my hands. And I think the answer to my original question in terms of why people don't want to diversify, the answer is people are lazy and they don't want the responsibility of their financial future. But the problem with welfare is the second welfare goes away, those same welfare people are looking for a handout. They're asking for everybody else around them to have a heart and to help when you don't want to help yourself. So why should we help you? The few of us that are making our own way, that are paving our own financial future, why should we help the welfare recipients when welfare goes away? I say, if you don't want to fend for yourself now, then you don't deserve to fend for yourself when the shit hits the fan. And that's just my own personal view. But I encourage you guys to get off of welfare, stop looking for a handout and a check, and just take paper conversion serious. If you're not converting paper money into gold, silver, and cryptocurrency, you're not doing the right thing. You're not paving the way for your financial future. At some point, you have to get out of a dying liability and get into a tangible asset. Outside of the bills that I have to pay, I convert as much money as I can into those assets. I told you guys I have gold on auto ship, I have silver on auto ship, and I buy Bitcoin every single week. So it's not hard to diversify, and financial insurance is a personal choice.